What's up, danglers? So, once again, it is that wonderful time of week where I get to show off all my cool whatnot finds. So, we're just going to jump right into it. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Ooh, let's start with some new sellers for the channel. So, let's do... What do we got here? This is BKale and some numbers. Again, gonna leave it here. So, I believe he is new to whatnot, or new-ish, I should say, new to selling. I've definitely seen him on quite a few streams, buying everything. And I would say he's definitely up there with people who have some really hard to find stuff. So we got a little mixed bag of everything on this one. Let's see. We got, I think that's everything. So, first thing we're going to show off is something that has actually been on my channel for a better part of 6 years now, and is actually my first video I ever did on this particular product. Actually has the most views of any video I have on my channel to this day, with I believe around close to 6,000 views. So this is the G-Crack bellows gill. So this is in the 3.8 inch, which has usually been my go-to when it comes to bellows gills, whether that be free rigging or using them as trailers. But this particular color I've been seeing a lot of good things about, and is new for this year, and it is in the, I think we can actually see that, it's in English, the pink lemonade color. I really don't want to take these out because my hands are going to get all kinds of greasy and stinky, but that's a good thing because that's what you want, just not for the rest of the baits I'm going to be pulling out today. So if we can get hopefully a good look on these colors here. So you got some pink, some orange, even some yellow. Let's see. All right, so you got one that's kind of upside down here. So you had the pink on that side, and then we got almost like a peach color. Again, I mean, perfect representation for pink lemonade, and also a color that I think is going to do phenomenal this time of year. So we might have to try these very soon. Perfect. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Just put that there for now. Next up, ooh. I've had one of these before. Just was not the weight that I was looking for, and he pulled some up, and it was actually in the color and weight I wanted. So I had to jump on it. And this, of course, is by Megabass. And this is the Ooze Swimmer. So this is a swim jig, but we're going to pull this out. This is in the 3/8 ounce weight, as a 4/0 hook, sexy shad color. So it's actually going to go nicely with some of those spark shads that I recently got by Megabass. So again, the weight I wanted, and definitely more of the color I was looking for. But what makes these different than your average swim jig, aside from the fact that it is Megabass, it has, if I get this out, whoop, garbage, it actually has an underspin on it. So it's got that nice little, see if I can get that skirt out of the way, little willow blade on the bottom there. So again, you know, I'll be using a paddle tail as my trailer, so you'll have that thump of the paddle tail along with that extra vibration and flash from that little blade on the bottom there. It's also got an incredible bait keeper. I love that design. It's actually like, almost looks like really thick plastic. Wow. I thought it was only 2. There's actually 3. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's actually 2 right here, and then we got another one on the bottom. So once that thing's on, it ain't coming off. I love that. So that is the Ooze. Let's see if I got a stand here we can use. Swimmer. Kind of stays. By Megabass. Beautiful. Okay, and last but not least from BKale is something that is technically new to the channel. I don't think I've had one on here yet, but I did have its predecessor. So next up, of course, we have another Megabass product. And this, of course, is a Griffin. But it is the Griffin SRX Bait Finesse. So I think I've showed this off in the past, the difference between the new generation Griffin and the older generation. So basically this would be the newer generation of the baby Griffin, which you did see, I think, in that last video or previous videos. So we'll actually be able to do a comparison today, I think. I don't want to give anything away. So this is basically the newer generation of the baby Griffin, and this is in the GP Kawamutsu color. I think I have something else in that color as well. Pull this bad boy out here. Jam my finger in there without getting a hook in it. Let's see. Look at that. Purdy. So again, really going to imitate just really most baby fish in my waterways perfectly. I may be part of the very few that do actually enjoy, I think, the newer generation body style more than the old. I may be somewhere in between, but I think I lean more towards the newer generation. Purdy. Love it. Sweet. Thank you, BKL. So yes, that is a new seller to the channel. Alright. Put that guy right there. Oh, I forgot my little stands I had here. Where'd they go? Right there. Beautiful. Let's get these set up. I'm slacking, trying to keep it short. I'm already losing that battle. That. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay, what's next? What's next? Ah! The one, the only real Bill Dance. So this is just a one purchase from Mr. Dance. And it's something that I think I've talked about in the past, but never actually had in an unboxing. I'm pretty sure. Well, I see that Real Bill Dance has taken kind of the same route that Mr. B. Harris 5 took with using good old paper towels as packing supplies, but Mr. Dance here has decided to use toilet paper, which works well, but I probably won't reuse this. Sorry, Bill. Perfect. Alright, so this is, of course, another Megabass product. It is out of box, and it is the Megabass Step Cat. So it's basically like a small jerkbait, but definitely has a much different action to it. I honestly haven't used them yet. I have looked up videos, and it's a very erratic action to it. Look at that, and that, of course, is in that beautiful matte tiger color. Got that little fin up top here, and that one is actually solid. It doesn't move. So you can kind of see the difference in the shape of that lip. Absolutely love it. And again, it is smaller, so this will definitely be going in the river backpack, aka the smallmouth backpack. So I'll definitely be throwing this for smallmouth, hopefully in the very near future. So that, oh, what am I doing? Done this before. There we go. Thank you, Real Bill Dance. All right, next up, what we got? What do we got? Who this? Who this? Who this? Who this? Ah, so this is from Blue Collar Baits. I believe that's what it is. I'll correct it here or in the description if I'm wrong, but also another new one for the channel and also an awesome seller, of course, has some really good stuff. So this one is this is going to be a Jackal Special. We'll call it that. So this is the Jackal Special. So now this one, definitely new for the channel. I know for sure we haven't had this one on here because I've never had one. So this is the Jackal Dizra 115, produced by Mamoru Kajiya. So basically, it's kind of like a prop bait. I'm assuming it floats. Does it say? Does she float? I don't know. Or, I don't know. Gosh. I'll be fishing it, so we're going to find out one way or another. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and say this is probably similar to like a spy bait. I don't foresee this floating. Combined with a paddle tail swim bait, or like a boot. I don't even know what you'd call it. I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so it's got like that thumper tail. That's not a boot tail. I'm blanking on what you would call that. Maybe it is a boot tail. So that tail is gonna, you know, swing back and forth through the water, but then we're gonna have this prop up front also creating some more vibration, along with even some flash to kind of add to that tail. And then it also looks like you have an option to add another hook. That is so cool. I might actually even throw this for smallmouth. As crazy as that might sound, based on the color, it's not super big. You know, it's maybe the size of, it's actually smaller than my hand. I've caught some big smallmouth on 6-inch mag drafts, so this definitely would not be too big in my opinion. Sweet. That's all I got for you. So that is the Jackal Dizra 115. Okay. Let's put him up right quick. Boom. I love it. Again, you know I like the wonky stuff. And then last but not least, this is also new to the channel, I know for sure, but we're going towards the micro end of things, the finesse end of things, and this is the Jackal Micro Tappy. I love the name. It kind of fell off his little stand there. So it appears it is a very, it's a surface wake bait. So I believe this is like in a bluegill color. Of course, not in English. So this is going to work the surface, very similar to like that Griffin Zero, or the baby Griffin Zero. Definitely more of a baby Griffin Zero size. I just love this thing. Look. And it's got a little spoon on the bottom. See why I paid what I paid. Wow. Alright, see if I can get this twist tie to cooperate here. Look at that thing. So it's definitely like a little bluegill pattern. And then I don't know what you would call this. It's got like this little tail here on a little swivel, or a little snap ring. And we got that nice treble on the bottom that has a feather, and it's got some like skirting on it. And then we got that, which I did not notice, little teeny tiny willow blade. Wow. I think I'm gonna have to get more of these. Hey, blue collar baits, got any more? So this is the Micro Tappy by Jackal. That is cool. That's definitely going on the finesse setup as soon as possible. So that is the Micro Tappy. Thank you, Blue Collar Baits, for that Jackal special. All right, so you know what? Let's keep the Jackal theme going here. So this is from Gizmo 3. We've had Gizmo on here before. Nope. So that's that. And keep them all together. Jackal. So we're going to keep the Jackal theme going and the small bait theme going. Mr. Gizmo 3 ran a 2-for-1 kind of thing. So I got these two baits on one auction. And these are the Jackal Micro Pompadour. So we've seen, I think, just about every size of pompadour on the channel. Maybe not the junior. I might do a little photo shoot with all the ones I have, just to give you an idea of the size difference. But this is the smallest pompadour they make. I think the last one I had on the channel was the Mega, which was the biggest. So now we got the smallest. Look how tiny those are. So we're actually going to leave one in the box here. And we'll take this guy out. So this is in Japanese. I don't know. But look at the size of this thing. Like, it's cute. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cute. Especially as somebody who definitely has a weakness for crawlers. That's crazy. I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's see if I can get that to sit nicely. So that, my friends, is the Jackal Micro Pompadour. I love that color. Bright lime green with the cool patterns on the back and the sides with a little bit of gold. Kind of a chartreuse on the nose there. Beautiful. Thanks, Gizmo 3. Sweet. Boop. All right. So, what do we got next? What do we got next? What do we got next? All right. So this is. Ooh. 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 I should know this. Don't. This is why I love Whatnot. I know I said this before. You know, when my onset of Alzheimer's is kicking in here. Or I just buy too much. I think that's really the case. Sometimes I forget because they don't have their usernames on, you know, their packages. I think I know who this is. I'm like 90% sure. I just want to make sure I get it right. Let's see, let's see. Aha! So yes, this is from Elk Hunter 1104. So we got some new things for the channel. Once again, Mr. Elk Hunter had some hard to find things. But, first one is definitely not new. Actually, it's the second one that's new for the channel. But we're just going to show this bad boy off. So this, of course, is a Griffin SRX by Megabass. Let's see, let's get that guy like right there. Beautiful. So this is our normal Griffin SRX, but it is in a new color that I did not have, and this is in the Kasumi Ito. So we're going to pull this out. Ooh. Real quick. Especially with this colorway. I love the back. It's almost like silver scales. Got the darker color on the head. It's almost like a dark green on the head. We got that blue stripe on the side there. Some translucency. That kind of pearl belly. I love that color. And I was actually surprised that there wasn't many people bidding on this color, but I think this is one of my favorite colors now for the Griffin SRX. So that is new Griffin SRX that will hopefully be going in my new Griffin insert by Better Tackle Systems. Alright, so next up, I've actually seen these only a handful of times, and just based off the size, I had to get it because you all know I love my big topwater baits. So this is the Imakatsu Dead Screw. Look at the size of that thing. Holy moly. It's got the Hayoko, it's the Hayoko brand. Not sure what that means. So there's size. I'm not sure if any of this is the actual color, but I would call it similar to a Hasu color that Megabass does. It's something I could think of that I would compare it to. This thing is just right down my alley, to put it bluntly, I guess. So This thing is absolutely ridiculous looking. I can't even talk. It's got 4 blades on the back propeller and 4 on the front. So it is a topwater bait. It's basically like a prop bait on steroids. So it's got the one in the front, one in the back, 4, not 2 or 3. Usually I think it's 2 based on what I'm looking at here. And it's got like this little lip right there. I'm not even sure what that does. But let me tell you, the second topwater comes back into full swing, I might even try it now, to be honest with you. Like, we're not quite out of the topwater bite yet. This is definitely going to be in the repertoire. I can't even get it in the camera. I gotta adjust the, I don't even want to touch the camera. That's fine. But yes, that is the Imakatsu dead screw. So thank you, Elk Hunter 1104. I love that. That's sick. Alright. Where can I stick that big guy? I don't know. I have to go right there. Alright. So that's Elk Hunter. What do we got next? What do we got next? Alright, let's go for another one that's new for the channel. Certainly not new to Whatnot. She has been on Whatnot, I think, since I started. And that is the Fishing Chicken. So we got 2 little guys from the Fishing Chicken. So let's start with this guy, because I honestly have no idea who makes it. Even after looking at it prior to the video, I still haven't figured it out. So continuing on with that micro theme, we got this little teeny tiny, I think it's a wake bait? No, it dives 75 centimeters. The drop 75. Again, great little fisher. Definitely throwing it for smallmouth. Other than that, that's all I got for you. Again, I love that chartreuse color, especially for smallmouth. And this little thing, I think, is going to be absolutely killer in the river. Even for possibly some big trout, I can see this gaining the attention of. Love it. Okay, so that's that. Kind of our mystery micro. I keep wanting to call it a buzz, but it's not. It's, I think, just a very compact crankbait. Alright, let's see if we can get this one. This one I know. This one I believe, yes, I've had this on the channel. But again, also another seller that has a lot of really hard to find things and also out of box. So this is the IXI Furious 0.5. I love the shape of these things. They have the same technology as the new Megabass Blowly. Again, this is by Megabass. I guess I left that out. But it is the 0.5 model, which means it's going to dive very shallow. And again, this is like an Hasu color. So again, I would say the Hasu is very good at replicating our small bluegill around here. So this is the IXI Furious by Megabass. Sweet. Thanks, Fishing Chicken. Okay, what we got next? What we got next? What we got next? Okay. Who this? Reelin' in Deals, another new one for the channel. Also another seller that's got some really, really hard to find JDM products, especially Megabass. And now this one, I had actually heard from none other than Lonesome Dove that he was a big fan of these as his wake baits. So I think it was this one. Pretty sure. And this is also by Megabass and also new to the channel. This is the Megabass Lattes. So again, just based off of what I've heard from other individuals, that this is basically a rather large wake bait. So it's in the PM Ochi Ayu, I believe. Does it say anything about depth? I'm not even sure. I don't know. But yeah, you can see like the lip is fairly straight down. It might just be a shallow running jerkbait-ish. Again, new to me, so really the only way to find out or for me to have more info for you is when I use it, and this is definitely getting used. I would say everything that you've seen me open today is getting fished. So far we haven't gotten any collectors. I don't think there will. Well, actually there might be. I don't know. So yeah, this is the Megabass Lattes. It's basically a very long wake bait. So it's going to replicate a good size, I would say like a big fat head, kind of swimming along the surface, might be injured, etc. And again, the colorway is just gorgeous. I think that's going to work perfect. Again, might also be something I throw in the rather near future. But we shall see. Perfect. Love it. Thanks for owning deals. Alright. Winding down here. Which one was this? Which one's this? Ah, Damn Justin. Alright, so this is from Damn Justin 5. What do we get? What do we get? Ah, one and done. Okay. So this is the one I was thinking of. So, this is another Griffin SRX, but it is the Bait Finesse and in a color that I really wanted specifically for my smaller Griffins, which I talked about with one of our most recent baits in this video. So this is the Griffin Bait Finesse SRX by, you guessed it, Megabass, but it is in the matte tiger color. So just like that Step Cat, again, this is gonna just, I think, be a complete and utter fish catcher all around. Again, when, you know, working your finesse baits, you just open the door to catching many more species of fish, more specifically smaller species of fish. So again, I think this guy's going to be killer for smallmouth, and I think also killer for some big crappie and some big perch and some monster bluegill. That is just gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. So that is our matte tiger Griffin SRX. Bait Finesse, can't forget that. Speaking of which, so this is from none other than Pat Wren, and he had some stuff that I had never seen before, nor did I know they even existed, for that matter. And that is, you guessed it, some more Griffins, but they are two baby Griffins, but these baby Griffins are actually in the Area Trout Limited colors edition, however you want to look at that. So check these bad boys out. So we got Frozen Pink and Connie Misu. So we're gonna do our little comparison here. So this one, I'm gonna leave this in the package. I genuinely just love that like dark army green with the green eyes, and like I don't think I want to fish this one, so we're gonna leave this guy in the box for now. Can't really tell in the package, but I really want to show you guys why exactly. Ah! What the hell was that? Never made that noise before. So, what makes them trout versions, or trout, what was that? Area Trout Limited. Well, that's because generally our Griffins and most of our hard baits, they come with treble hooks. Now, if you know anything about trout fishing, generally you're not using treble hooks for trout, you're using those single hooks, really tiny trout hooks. Well, check that out. So they're called Area Trout because they are designed for trout. I think the colors are geared more towards trout, and they give you those really tiny single hooks instead of those trebles. Look at that color. That is just gorgeous. That like white with like, you know, again, that frozen, it's almost like a frost on the pink, and then you got that frosty white all the way around the bottom. Again, those bright green eyes I absolutely love. That's just sick. I ran out of stands. Oh, perfect. So, here we go. So here's your newer generation bait finesse. Alright? And then, here's the baby griffin. So you can see the difference in shape here. Big time. So this one's actually a little fatter. It's kind of got like that bend towards the tail. This one's, I think, a little more streamlined. So yeah, I guess it's all about personal preference, but I like them both. I think I lean more towards this, but this is just amazing. I can't believe I've never seen these before. Sweet. Thanks, Pat Wren. All right, let's keep her moving. Keep her moving. Whoop, whoop. She will hang. Let's see, can we do that? Beautiful. Okay, and last but not least, for this unboxing, this is from none other than Raptors Glides and Tackle. This guy hooked me up. I was looking for very specific things. He was actually trying to move a lot of his Megabass and Japanese products out, and he just so happened to have a bunch of stuff out of box that I was looking for. And he also gave me a little gift, and that is a little Megabass pouch. So I'll definitely be putting this bad boy to use. I don't know what I'm going to put in there, but there's some stuff going to go in there, I'll tell you what. So, let's jump right into this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the things that are not Megabass. So, this one, again, I've talked about it, I think, enough, where I want to do like a little Halloween display. And I saw this hanging up, and I've actually seen it quite a while now, hanging up in the background. And I just had to get it. This is a Depths BuzzJet Junior. So I think this is actually my first BuzzJet Junior in general. But this is in the Spooky Spider. I don't know if that's the actual color name, but bright red with that awesome spider on the side. Zzz. Yep, we got one on each side. I love how it has like the bone lip on it. That's just awesome. Again, those bright green eyes. That is just sick. Look at that thing. That's going to go beautifully with everything else. Perfect. Sweet. Alright. So along with that, he had taken a picture of a bunch of stuff and some tackle boxes, and I noticed this one thing that stuck out because I had never seen it before, and it was in a phenomenal color. So I have no idea. Well, I guess it kind of tells you. Other than what I'm seeing on the bottom of this bait, I honestly have no idea what it is. But again, sticking to the finesse end of things, this is made by Daiwa. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Shimano. It is a TP001 DDSS. I have no idea. All I know is the color reminds me of Viper Red. I like that red color. Again, it's also kind of got like that crackle on the back. Got that propeller in the front. That little, you know, like Hunchback of Notre Dame thing going on, I really like. Again, I'm like 90% sure I think this is like borderline wake bait. That's all I got for you. Again, this will definitely be getting thrown in the river, so I'll hopefully be testing this out very shortly. Because again, I got nothing for you. No idea. I'm going to hang him like that. Beautiful. Alright. So, we're going to end this video with some more griffins. So this one is a normal SRX. Again, he had some great stuff out of box that I could not turn away from. And this particular color, I have no idea what this color is. I've heard it before and I should know it. But look at that paint job. So you got like that, almost like the cracked lime on the back, but then we got like these orange markings on the side, little translucency. We got that orange on the belly, and again the same thing on the other side. I would say probably one of my favorite paint jobs on a Griffin so far. And again, he had it at a box for a phenomenal price. I could not turn that down. So that is perfect, perfect, perfect. Ran out of stands. Okay, we're gonna hang him like that. Beautiful. Okay, where'd they go? All right, now this one, I had chose not realizing that it was a bait finesse. I thought it was normal. I was pleasantly surprised that this was actually a bait finesse one. Check that color out. That's Old Z. So you got that blue on the top. You got that little green going in between that and the chartreuse, and that orange on the belly. Again, I feel like this is going to be a smallmouth slayer. Sweet. There, we're going to hang him. We'll actually hang him right next to the baby griffin. Beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and last but not least, if you know, you know, this is probably one of the most popular colorways for a griffin in general. So this is in the old school body style of griffin. And this I will actually be using also for my little Halloween thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, danglers of all ages, this is the Megabass Griffin SRX in the Black Viper color. Holy sick. Look at that. Look at the purple on the top there with the crackle. You got like that jet black, I want to say jet black, like a blackish silver color on the side. You got those blood red eyes, that like almost dark pink on the belly. Oh, this is a Quiet Griffin SRX, pardon me. Same thing on the other side. That is sick. So it's probably one of two, maybe three now, griffins that I will not be fishing. So that is the Black Viper Quiet SRX Griffin. Thank you, Raptors, Glides, and Tackle. And thank you to all these sellers. And please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Drop some comments. Hit that like button. And I will definitely be back for more very, very soon. So, yeah, stay tuned. Catch you guys later.
Yes, indeed. They call me Mr. Greed worldwide. And I'm black out.